Hello, 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 beautiful people. How are you all doing today on this beautiful Monday? Well, it is beautiful, but it is very, 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 very cold outside. I went for a walk today with the dog, and I have found my face feeling a little bit burnt afterwards. So if you see the redness on my face, that's from all the from all the windburn. Okay, so, I'm on here to share a little bit of knowledge with you, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope this will be very helpful for you as it was for me. Because anything that I share, anything that I teach or preach or or educate or give you tips on, or however you want to refer to it, um, it's everything that has helped me. So my my audience is me, the people that I want to communicate with, the people that I want to work with, the people that I want to help, are people like me. And how do I know that, or how do you know that, or how would you know that? Is simple. By watching this, you're gonna have a feeling about it, right? So following that feeling, so if it's a feeling that inspires you, motivates you, gets you curious, or gets you working through your stuff and gets you to actually do something in a positive way, then I'm that person. And if it repels you, then it repels you, right? And that's where I am looking for my tribe. And I hope you ladies and gentlemen that are in here is exactly my tribe. And if not, no hard feelings. I'm sure you're going to find your tribe as well anyways. So I work with women, primarily with women between the ages of 25 and 55, who are feeling lost and disoriented, and are actually, the feelings I would describe is mentally imprisoned, when you're all locked up in there and you're unable to move forward. So there's a system for that. There's a way to get you to snap out of there and realize that there's more to what's actually going on. And it's absolutely okay. It's absolutely normal. So today we're going to talk about who are you being. I didn't write the title on my paper here. And are you being your most true, authentic self 100% at the time? So most people will answer to that question. Most people's answer to that question would be no. And the reason being is because we play different roles in our life. So we play a role of mother or father, so a parent. We play a role of a parent. We play a role of a teacher sometimes to our children, or in school, right? Your job. We play a role of a sibling, dog owner, business owner, entrepreneur, writer, homemaker, spouse, and a friend. So we play a lot of different roles. Some of these roles you play every single day, and some of them you don't, but it's still a role that you play. So now, how do you play that role? Do you play that role authentically, being your true self, or do you change and become someone different in that role? So that's a really good question to really think through and work through. And I highly, so whenever I bring something to the group here, actually any video pretty much I do, I always suggest you get a piece of paper and pen and write things down. Anything that triggers you, anything that gets you to say aha, or anything insightful, anything that makes you think, write it down. There's a reason for that, right? I call it seeds. So it's like a planting a seed, and then you might water that seed later, you might not, but it's a great seed nonetheless. And that's why there's a feeling that comes through sometimes. So write down what roles you play at, or what roles you are playing at, perhaps every single day, or however often you are in that role. So write down that role that you play in your life, and then the next thing I would like you to think about and work through is looking in those roles. Okay, in which roles do you find yourself shining, and in which roles do you find yourself hiding? Your true self, your true authentic self, who you are, who Yana is, Okay, what roles does Yana find herself shining in, and what roles does Yana find herself hiding in? Because the goal is not to hide in any roles. The goal is to be your true self 100% of the time. And that means even with strangers, when you meet a stranger, they will know who Yana is, and they can describe pretty much who Yana is within the first few minutes or seconds of meeting her. Right? At least that's my goal. If that's your goal, I'd love to hear if that's your goal as well. So put that down below. So now thinking of the roles that you are shining in, okay? How can you be even more yourself? How can you allow yourself to shine that much more in those roles? How can you be even more of authentic you in those roles? Because there's going to be roles that you're not going to be shining in, and you're going to be hiding in, and roles that you will be shining in, and you know those roles. So then thinking about in the roles where you hide, what's holding you back? What's truly holding you back? Why are you holding back who you are? Write all of these things down as they come. And it's a great, I always also suggest watching something more than once. And the reason being is because when you listen to something once, you learn something from it, a couple of things, and then you listen to it again. There's going to be new things that will come up. And especially if you're just listening to this video now and then you decided to take notes and help yourself and work through it, then do so. So what's holding you back in your in the roles where you find yourself hiding a little bit or a lot? What changes can you make to help you shift of who you are being in these roles to move closer to your potential? So what changes can you help yourself to shift yourself moving closer towards that 100% authentic you in those areas, right? In those roles. And this is where now looking at that list of what changes you can make, I hope there's more than one on there. I hope there's at least 5 things that you can do to help yourself to move, to grow in those roles, to become more of authentic you in those roles. So now that you have that list on there, I would ask you to commit to one of those things, just one of them, and do it for 1 week, for 7 days, even on the weekend. Do that one thing every single day and see what happens. See where that brings you. And see how, if anything changes in that role for you, and if you start to shine more in that role as opposed to hiding before. So that's all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen, for today. Hope this was helpful. It was a pleasure being on here with you once again. And I look forward to next time we're on here. Okay? Bye. And before I hop on, let me know what you thought this little exercise and what, oh, there she goes playing with the ball. So let me hear what happened. Maybe there's something that triggered or a realization you had, or even better, let me know what happened after a week of you applying that little thing that you have come up with. Something that can help you shine more in that role. So let me know what you decided you were going to do. Maybe it came to you right on the fly, and usually the first thing that comes to mind, that is exactly what you should be doing. And sometimes I know you can find yourself second guessing, and you can find yourself maybe panicking or feeling a little bit uneasy about it, but there's a reason why. You got to trust your intuition, guys, because that's your intuition coming through. You got to trust it. So if it's the first thing that came to mind that you should be doing and it's scary as hell, that's exactly what you should be doing, because maybe, just maybe, that one little thing that feels so big and scary is something that can help you in all of your roles, in all of your aspects of your life. And you just never know. And you never know. So whatever came to mind first, trust your intuition, trust your gut, trust your heart, and go with it. Don't let the head get in there, because the head will do all the analyzing, and it's not necessarily the best thing ever. Okay, it can really slow down the progress. It can slow us down, and it can create a lot more doubt and fear to something that might not even need it, perhaps. So anyways, that's all of the knowledge and wisdom that I have for you guys for today. Have a beautiful day, you magnificent unicorns. And I'll see you next time. Bye, and thanks for watching.